It's like beating your head on a wall. Say no way, marijuana's a fast way to fall. You will pay, cause it's doing you no good at all. And you know, if you gamble with life, you can lose it. Gotta grow, cause your life is a gift, don't abuse it. And you know, if you gamble with life, you can lose it. Gotta grow, cause your life is a gift, don't abuse it. Oh. Never try marijuana, don't try it at all. It's a lie, it's like beating your head on a wall. Say no way, marijuana's a fast way to fall. You will pay, cause it's doing you no good at all. And you know, if you gamble with life, you can lose it. Gotta grow, cause your life is a gift, don't abuse it. And you know, if you gamble with life, you can lose it. Gotta grow, cause your life is a gift, don't abuse it. A lot of people think that marijuana isn't dangerous, but they're wrong. Because not only does it harm a person's body and mind, but it often leads users to try other, even more dangerous drugs. And you know, if you gamble with life, you can lose it. Gotta grow, cause your life is a gift, don't abuse it. And you know, if you gamble with life, you can lose it. Gotta grow, cause your life is a gift, don't abuse it. Oh.
That was McGruff. Thank you, Grampy Lobster, for turning us on to McGruff. Really quickly over in the chat, and then I'll bring on our special guest today. We haven't seen him in a while. Jonacide, First Step mornings to you. Thanks for being here, Corey, our emotional support Canadian. Good to see you, Jilly Beans. Hi, Jilly. Thanks for showing up. Good to see you, Prairie Queen. Hi, sweetheart. Good. Thanks for coming. Maggie Doll, the other Maggie. Hi, Maggie Doll. Thank you for hanging out with us today. Good to see you. Okay, so I'm gonna bring on our special guest. Okay, the title of the show is Relevantly Odd News with Odd Irrelevancies. Chris, relevantly odd news. Maybe I should. Okay. Nah, I guess that's okay. I'll leave it. No biggie. It's a done deal. That's what we're doing. We're going with that today. Okay, you guys, here he is. Ready? Bring him on. Ready? Hi, Chris.
Man, love the fanfare. Just I in my mind I just hear clapping and cheering, and it's great.
You're a star. Yeah, a roar from the crowd.
I just went nuts. That's what in my mind. That's just what went down. So.
Yeah, what's that sound they do?
Exactly. Yeah. None of this golf clapping nonsense. This is full on like Grammy applause right here.
Cheering. Yeah, and people doing the wave out there.
That's what I imagine, anyways.
Yeah. Hey, all for you, dear. All for you. Well, welcome. You've been gone. You've been taking a hiatus from your show. You and Tree Slayer.
Mm-hmm.
Your bro.
Yep, my brother.
Well, we miss you. So hopefully you'll be back soon. You'll get
Mhm,
regrouped and
mhm.
and maybe have a plan. I'll be there watching for sure. But you have a new internet setup.
Yep. So hopefully that'll help with a lot of things. That was part of the problem. The reason why I took a little break was just because I didn't have internet for like the last like 2 or 3 weeks, and I was borrowing Tree Slayers, and it was just iffy.
Mhm.
So
Well,
trying this out. Hopefully it sounds good. Hopefully it works.
so far so good. You
I'm thinking
sound
so.
great. Yeah, because you used to break up a lot.
Hmm.
And if you turned away from the mic, something would happen. So hey, you're good.
All right. So
So
that's good. That's good. That's good. That's good first. That's a good place to start.
yay, yay. So okay, we're gonna be you guys. We're gonna be trying something here. Chris had the idea first on his show about doing um like news stories, weird shit, and isn't there a lot of weird shit out there, you guys? Um, whoa. And I have what do I have? I have Microsoft Edge. So when you first open the internet, you get this whole page of a gazillion news stories. From the bizarre to the outright lies to the headlines with terrible punctuation and terrible grammar. I never click on those. The ones that can't even form a sentence in their headlines, fuck you. And I'm the comma queen. If you don't know punctuation, don't be writing news stories. Didn't you ever take a journalism class in junior fucking high? What's wrong with you? But but anyway, you can get, all this weird news everywhere. Okay, so I'm going to lead off with it's not even a story. I thought it was gonna be a story, and because I'm old, I mixed it up. Okay, here's what happened to my brain. Okay, on my way to work every morning. There was this two-story McDonald's, two stories.
That's
Didn't
nuts.
have a play yard or anything. I mean, this was on the corner. Okay, I've doxed myself before. Try to find me, you fuckers, on Crescent Heights and Sunset. Or is it Hollywood Boulevard? Crescent Heights. Anyway, there was this huge two-story McDonald's, huge. And used to take my granddaughter there. And it was like this iconic thing, been there for 40 years at least. I'd
Thing.
stop there and get a bacon, egg, and cheese biscuit on my way to work. And I'd either if I was, tacky and couldn't wait, I'd eat it on the way to work, but I'd take it to work. Um, they tore it down.
Oh, that
They
sucks.
They sold the building. I need to tell my granddaughter because we used to go there, up on the second it was a hoot. But, yeah, so they tore down this iconic two-story McDonald's. And so I was just heartbroken, where am I gonna stop now? Where am I gonna stop now? Um, but anyway, so when I hear okay, there is another iconic building in LA. It's the Capitol Records building.
Oh,
Capitol Records building in Hollywood, okay? Hugely iconic, but it looks like a stack of records, okay? And the top spire is supposed to represent a record player needle, yeah. And there's a red light on top of it, that flashes in Morse code Hollywood.
no,
Isn't that
that's
cool?
cool.
Isn't that cool? Isn't that
That's
cool?
really cool.
And I used to be able to see it. I lived briefly up in the hills, and if I up on the second floor of where I lived, if I stood on my bed and looked out the window, I could see the Capitol Record building from the
That's really cool.
standing on my bed, but I never knew that the blinking light spelled out Hollywood in Morse code. But anyway, I saw a brief news story that saying they've closed it. They've closed the Capitol Records. Dean Martin recorded there. The Beatles recorded there. It's
Right.
huge. Capitol Records, you guys. Anyway, they closed it to the public. And then I thought maybe it's the Mandela effect. I thought I read that they were going to tear that down, but I think that's where my old brain got scrambled. They didn't tear it. It's still closed to the public, and they're refurbishing, I guess, the bottom floors. Or,
Oh,
and but now you can book tours to go through, and I'm sure there are lots of pictures of the recording artists and, equipment, all that stuff. So so that's sort of a non-story. I thought it was demolished, and I was gonna do this big pearl clutching over the Capitol Records building being torn down, but no, it was the two-story McDonald's. It wasn't the Capitol. So, okay, so that's all I got for that one, Chris.
Well, I'm not gonna lie. That's really kind of a relief that that's not the case. Like if you told me that was being torn down, like, isn't that some kind of like national or landmark or something?
It's huge. It's huge. It
Yeah.
was photographed. The whole world knows about the Capitol Records building, and I went because I looked at the article again this morning, and I went, wait a minute, this isn't even a story. They didn't tear it down. But I thought, okay, I've in for a penny, in for a pound. I got committed to it, so I told the story, the non-story.
Well, that's all right. It was still cool. It's still a cool story. It's cool they're refurbishing and they're letting retours happen again. So I got one. I got one. I got several. I'm not gonna give away everything. I gotta save something for you to talk about.
Stuff for your show.
Yeah. But I've still been collecting my articles, so I've still been collecting. So this one's not really weird. It's just a pretty darn cool story. So it comes from News of the Weird, and the beginning of the article is just saying how they usually just make fun of like news and stuff and just weird stuff.
Boy,
but there's one story.
Already.
Yeah, well, the source. I just like the weird stories. There's weird news stories. They're just fun. There's fun. So, but this one is about three guys who broke a world record by traveling to all 50 states in 5 days, 31 hours, and 10 minutes.
Were they wearing jetpacks?
No, I believe they rented a car for most of the continental stuff, and then they flew to Hawaii and Alaska. I believe that's what they did there.
Okay, but otherwise they traveled by car?
Yeah, they started in Vermont, and they finished the continental part in Washington, so they probably went around and then just kind of zigzagged through the states like that. So like what I imagine they did. And they ended in Washington, which Washington's the most northern state, correct? I'm not very good at geography, so.
Oh, God, me neither.
Then I think they got a plane from there to Alaska, and from Alaska to Hawaii. It cost them $12,000 and 120 hours in a rental car. One of the guys was actually from Minneapolis, so I thought that was pretty cool too. That there was a Minnesota boy involved in this scheme.
A homie. Okay, so they went to every single state in 5 days.
In 5 days, 13 hours and 10 minutes.
Okay, so neither one of those fuckers slept at the same time. You can guarantee that.
You think they all went different directions? You think as a group they made all 50 states, not individually?
No, I think, they spelled each other driving. One would sleep while one would drive, and they would like get food on the fly and just do food. And then you sleep, I'll drive. It had to be that way.
Oh yeah, no, they're probably driving around they're probably all they're driving around the clock.
God, I drove from here to Georgia, to Atlanta, Georgia.
Oof, that's a bit of a drive.
It took through in a Corvair.
It
took me almost 4 days. Just from Los Angeles to Atlanta, Georgia. Of course, nightfall, and I'm traveling with my 2-year-old daughter. And so, you got to stop and, we have to eat and have a little bath and jammies and, have a sleepover. I can't believe I did that in a Corvair. It was 1969.
Wow.
1969. In a Corvair, we had no seat belts.
With none of the modern convenience of modern cars, that would be rough. That would be a rough ride.
There weren't seat belts, so Corvair cross country with my 2-year-old daughter, and because my husband had a field contract with Lockheed in Marietta, so I loaded up the kid. He was gone for a month, so I loaded up the kid, packed everything up, bought a cowboy hat, so that. And I had long hair, but I tied it back. So wore a cowboy hat the whole time I was driving so that I wouldn't look like such a girl. and driving alone and vulnerable. And
That's actually quite brilliant.
yeah, well,
Camouflage.
I was 20 years old,
Camouflage is
21 years.
clever.
Yeah. So I bought a cowboy, drove all the in a Corvette. I can't believe, boy, when you're young, you think you're Superman. That you think you can do anything, or I did.
I
You
know I
know,
can do anything. I am Superman, so it's okay.
okay. So see, I'm delusional about my condition, but okay.
No,
So you really are.
no, I know I am. I know for a fact.
But okay. Okay. Wait. Getting closer, but perfect. Wait. They're talking about Six Drops has a tinkle bell hanging by the door. What? Oh, they're talking about potty training her little puppy.
Oh, I would bell the door, but for completely different reasons.
I know. My brain was going pinga 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 pinga, pinga like pachinko balls. Uh, Okay, yeah, she has a little baby puppy, Chris.
Oh,
Six
cute,
Drops has a little tiny baby Yorkie puppy.
cute. Congratulations.
Isn't that sweet? And she says, his name's Tiny, and
Yeah.
his ears smell like chocolate. She
Huh.
said,
Must be a puppy.
"Okay,
Must be a puppy thing. Babies have like unique scent. Maybe puppies have unique scent as well.
well, I think puppy breath always smells like Fritos, like
I don't know.
corn
I've not
chips."
been around a puppy in a while. I've not been around a puppy in a very long time, so
Oh,
I can confirm nor
I
deny.
I make it a point to try to be around puppies a lot. But Six Drops, you know what, honey? If your dog's ears smell like chocolate, maybe you're having a stroke. Did you ever think of that?
Well, that escalated quickly.
You're
That's
not a
not really
spring
healthy.
chicken. You're not a spring chicken.
Good Lord.
Think about that. I've never smelled chocolate dog ears.
I'm gonna have to go next time I go see. I'm gonna go smell their ears now. You started
Yeah,
this.
yeah. Oh, I know. And now people are going to act all weird smelling dog's ears.
We started a new TikTok trend, guys. Look what we did. Oh, dang
Smell
it.
those ears. Post your TikTok. Six Drops.
You start a trend. You can jump on this.
Oh, Six Drops. Viral. Remember that word, viral.
Just
Do it.
say it's a trend. If people think it's a trend, and then they'll go ahead and do it. That's how trends
Well,
work.
they'll do it. They'll do like our parents used to say. Well, if your friends went out and played in the street, would you do it too? It's that whole thing. Well, your friends on TikTok are doing it. That means you're gonna. Yeah, hell
Well,
yeah.
obviously, don't be left
Fear
behind.
of missing out, dude.
Don't be
Yeah.
irrelevant.
Okay. So you got another one, Chris?
I got several. I said even though I've been taking a break, I've still been collecting my articles. So
Okay, can you give us one more? Maybe
yeah,
two. Maybe.
I can give you I can give you a couple more if you want them. So this one is a couple thieves broke into a Brink security tractor trailer in July and made off with millions of dollars worth of jewelry. All while one of the drivers was asleep in the truck's bunk and another was inside a truck stop getting food, according to a lawsuit filed by the Brinks against the jewelers who own the baubles. The goods were on their way from San Mateo, California to Los Angeles for the International Gem and Jewelry Show.
Yep.
The Los Angeles Times reported. The drivers had stopped at a Flying J truck stop along I-5, and the thieves made quick work of cutting the lock and removing 22 large bags of gems, gold, and other valuables. The Brinks lawsuit is a response to an earlier suit filed by 13 jewelers alleging that their merchandise was worth $100 million and that the drivers were grossly negligent. Brink argues that the value was $8.7 million, as declared on manifest signed by its customers. No word on the fate of the drivers.
Yeah, I remember that because that was a local story here.
Yeah,
I remember. Oh, okay, that sounds so fishy. I mean, if a couple of guys, well, we don't know how many guys it was, but if somebody could remove that many bags, and those aren't lightweight bags, you guys, in that what was the guy doing getting food while the one guy was sleeping? I think the guy getting food was also having a little, maybe a little happy time. You're on a long haul, you go in to get a chili dog, and then there's a lady there,
or it's coordinated between the drivers. So because like the thing,
or
how would they
or
know how much time they had? Like, let's say he was just getting food. Let's take his story at his story of what it's worth. What if he was getting food order? They'd have to know how long he's going to be inside there because it's going
uh
to take time to cut the locks. It's going to take time to get the bags to your car. It's going to take you time to get away.
yeah,
I feel like they
yeah,
had to
and
be in cahoots with the drivers for all this to perfectly work out in this scenario.
yeah, I know that's just not an accident. And it has to be very sophisticated. If they come packed with equipment and all
Hmm.
the tools needed. They know what tools they need, how long it takes to use, blah, blah, blah. They know how to park strategically so it's efficient. And oh boy, that that's not like stealing a catalytic converter out of your Honda.
No,
This
that's
has to be very sophisticated. So it was coordinated by, up at an insider. So it'll come out. It'll come out.
I would hope that's not the case because that would really hurt the credit. But you got to imagine that shit happens with Brinks or any securities place that has. There's always going to be breaches, no matter how secure you make it. There's always going to be a
Oh,
breach or two.
yeah, and there are people who track the trucks, and so it's like, people who track UPS deliveries
Hmm.
and USPS, Amazon deliveries. People make entire careers out of tracking those delivery trucks. I think sometimes even they have, what are those called? Those Apple tags.
Hmm.
They even sneak them onto, it's that's sophisticated too, really. The people who make a really lucrative income, it's a lucrative business. Following around even Uber drivers, you can get a snack. Follow an Uber driver, steal his bags. It's if there is a possible crime to do that can be invented, it'll happen here.
Well, right. I mean, even look at the internet age and how there's new things that just 20 years ago, what's a virus? What's the heck's a Trojan horse? And now it's all just
Yeah,
normally in our lexicon.
I know we're using terminology we never even knew. Well, it didn't exist. Up until 20 years ago, and then that's when it all started. 20 years ago. It's been 20 years for me. I've been on the internet since 99.
Shit, I don't know. I was
22
off and on
years.
the internet. I don't even know how long I've been on the internet.
Yeah, I got my first Dell in 1999, and yeah, and it came with the AOL uh, software, the disk, and you insert it, you could load AOL. And I had no intention. I just wanted a computer, for word processing. And, I was an artist and stuff.
Right.
And it, but then here's this AOL thing. And okay, my resolve to never go on the internet was just shattered that day that I inserted that, and then it goes, you hear that voice, welcome, you've
Yep.
got mail. Oh my God, that was
That was
always so
exciting.
fucking thrilling.
That was always
That
exciting.
little that little yellow envelope.
Yep.
Like, oh, geez, that
I
was
remember
all
that. I remember those days.
heady, exciting stuff, and there were chat rooms and neighborhoods and hangouts, and they're all gone now. Everything we started with is history. It's like
Right.
dinosaurs. I belonged to Hometown AOL where you could put pictures and tell stories and make friends. I had all my granddaughters, she took taekwondo and she got to be a second degree yellow belt. I had all of her lessons, all of her challenge, everything on AOL Hometown, all those pictures. And AOL Hometown said, hey, we're going to end this. We're going to end this. Do something about your pictures. They warned me over and over. They warned everybody over. Did I do anything? No. So all those karate pictures of my granddaughter are just gone. I'm sorry, Ashley. Sorry. Sorry, honey. God, you the part of your whole life. Um, okay, so yeah, okay. What were we talking about? I got off on a tangent.
It's okay. I actually don't even remember. Oh, we were talking about just crimes and how people. And we're just went on tangent how the internet's 20 years and the changes that's come. That's what we're talking about. I remember. I was there.
Oh, oh, you were there. Thank you. I'm glad somebody, one of us
I was. I
was.
was. I was. I was present at that moment in time.
Mm.
Yeah, but I mean, the internet's done a lot of good things. A lot of positive things come from the internet too, especially during if
Oh,
everyone had to be locked down. That was freaking phenomenal. At least you still had contact.
phenomenal. I know the internet saved my fucking life. Saved my fucking life. It, just because of what was going on. And then we all had our own personal stuff in our personal lives that we don't talk about out here even, but yay internet, yay internet. It's saved my bacon more than a million times.
Sure,
uh, of course, it can also be toxic.
always.
You're always going to have that element. You've got that in real life too, y'all. It's just
Mm,
harder to discern, when you're communicating through pixels and electronics and through the airway. It's harder to discern online what you can discern in real life.
it's
You
true.
know, and boy, that's a challenge. That's a challenge, but it comes with the territory. We've all fucked up. We've all goofed. We've all went oops, and even as far as to have groaners. Oh God, I can't believe yeah, that kind of stuff. But it's what we have now, and I have been so grateful for it.
All in all, I do. All in all, it's a great tool. It's a tool. Like any tool, it can be used properly or it can be used improperly. And if you do it
Well,
improperly, harm can come upon you.
you can either use it or it'll use you.
I like that even better. So,
And it's so easy for us to be used. But if we, take back our power and just use it for us and for what we want it to be, yeah. But it's easy to get sucked into making it a whole thing in your
oh,
life.
it's
It's
so easy.
so easy. There's an allure to it, and um, yeah. Okay, so I'm saving my big bombastic ridiculous headline for last. So do
Do
you
I
have
do I do,
anything?
do, do I have to do I have to do I have to brace myself for you? Or is that because I'm going to have to?
Maybe you guys stick around for my final news tidbit. I didn't know this.
Do I need to install a seatbelt on my couch back here or something?
Yeah, yeah, and put the hand rests down, hold on to them. Pull
Yep,
the
I got this.
bar down in front of your abdomen. Yeah, keep your hands and arms inside the ride.
All right. Well, you got that. That was the warning. That's fair. I'm ready. I'm braced. So
Okay, so
I'm
get
torn between the last two, but I'll go with this one because I kind of already told this one to Treesler. Three I've already kind of told him. So try and find stuff, save stuff if we do when we do get back on
yeah,
air.
save your shit.
But this one, I like this one. It's kind of the area where I was born and kind of jumped out at me. I don't know anything about it, but you're familiar with Dennis the Menace, correct?
Oh, sure. And
Okay.
Mr. Wilson. And I grew
Yep.
up with Dennis the Menace.
Sure. 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 This is about a little Dennis the Menace 3.5 foot bronze statue about him. That's in is it the Dennis the Menace playground in Monterey, California? Was stolen.
Huh.
Well,
Oh,
actually,
no.
it's been stolen a couple times, actually, but more recently, it was just stolen.
College kids.
Yep. It was stolen in 2006 and then 2015. But this is a 3.5 foot tall bronze statue. Like, what? Who's lifting that? That's got to weigh close to 1,000 pounds.
Hey, you get a couple of college kids together, they can carry a Volkswagen up 3 stories to a dorm room. College kids are resourceful. You know, probably got a
I mean,
forklift.
I suppose. I mean, I was never typically a college student, but I definitely went through that like college age kind of thing when I was, my younger 20s.
Oh, I know. Well, there was that
But
faction.
I didn't. I didn't vibe, but I literally was. I never went to college. I can never say I was a college student, except for like a short stint. I was, but very
Yeah, I
short.
did a couple of short stints, and I used to blame it. I used to blame it on my inability to sit in the class. Boy, I came clean with Danya. Do you know who Danya is? Jiggy's mom.
Mhm.
Danya, yeah, she's been a guest. I've been on her show too. I used to talk about, I failed at school. School was miserable for me, and I tried college twice, community college, and I just couldn't hack it. And I finally came clean. I've been lying all these years. It wasn't the fact because I loved college. It was exciting. I
Mhm.
fell in love with college, and that was only my beginning. I was going to go on from, but my children's father, I was married at the time,
I'm
and
sure.
he did not want me to associate with people outside our marriage, and
Oof.
he like I did art. Yeah, first I went to police science, and he didn't want me working around a bunch of guys, or even going to class with a bunch of guys who were going to be police, so
That's silly.
niggled and nagged and niggled, and so I dropped out. Okay, my true passion was, being a graphic artist, and so I went to my second community college. I loved it. I loved it.
Right.
But, um, he said, "Boy, you're taking time away from the girls and me, and, I need you home here to make my lunch for when I go to," because he worked nights, and so niggled and nagged it. So I dropped out again.
Oh, that's
And all
terrible.
this time, I told the lie that I couldn't hack it
Right.
when I could, and so, God, that was a I'm 75 years old. That was a lie that I told since I was in my 20s.
Oh, God.
Yeah, yeah,
I
so I
feel.
finally confessed I was the wife, he was the boss, he was the husband. I put him in charge. I
Mhm.
put him in but anyway, okay, boy, did I take a left turn. Uh,
Yeah, it's a little darker. We're talking about people having strokes, and then that's some dark stuff here. That's all right,
I
though.
know we're covering just about everything here, you
Well,
guys.
that's good. I would expect nothing less.
Hey, thank you. I think that was a tribute of sorts. I think. Okay, or not. Okay, w did you just do you have another one?
Oh,
Or is
yeah, I got dozens. I got dozens.
okay.
They think they're very just short. They're like paraphrases of articles. That's why they don't take
Hey,
very
that's
long.
cool. And
And
that'll launch us on just a bizarre conversation.
yeah, well,
All we need is
I was
a
torn between this
catalyst.
one. I was gonna read this one off, but I was torn. But I'm gonna do this one. So
Okay.
this is a story that takes place across the pond.
Oh, okay.
Yep. So we're going across the pond. So the owner of a cursed fridge in England has been posting flyers around London offering the haunted appliance free to collect to anyone who can live with the soul within. Yeah, they got a haunted fridge, and they're like, "Hey, you want
Oh,
it?
haunted.
Come
Whoa.
get it. Come
It
get it."
probably I probably the light inside is burned out too, so that makes it even spookier.
Right. So yeah, we're not delivering. You come pick it up. I can almost see it being on Craigslist. Like people are like, huh, haunted fridge. That'd be pretty freaking
Hmm.
cool.
I know. Wait till the release October 1st. Get
Yeah.
in on the Halloween market.
Oh, right.
All
This
those freaks who like Halloween, and they are freaks. My 2 children are Halloween freaks. God.
Yeah, I'm not into Halloween. Yeah, I don't.
Oh,
I never really
bless you. I'm
celebrated
not
growing
either.
up. I never grew up really doing it. I was kind of off and on growing up. I did. I'm not saying never did, but it was never really that paramount. I mean, candy was cool, but that was about it. So
Oh, I always did a big fucking deal at Halloween. We did a big fucking thing at Easter. We did a big fucking thing Valentine's, all the Thanksgiving, Christmas. Like we did all the things. So that hooked my kids into just carrying it on. And they drive me
yep.
because I'm tired now. And my kids are carrying all that shit on. I said, I finally had to confess to them, please, I never want to go to Disneyland again.
I want to go back to Disneyland. That was fun.
And I told them I hate Halloween, and they almost fell. They could not believe I said that I hated Halloween. But Mom, we love Halloween because of you. I said, well, my bad, but I'm tired of it.
Oops.
I don't have to do that anymore.
You were hoping reverse psychology would take it. You go so overboard, they'd be like, we're tired of this year.
Shit.
That didn't
My
work out.
kids, October 1st, my kids, for their jobs, they have already decorated their office cubicles with
Well, yeah, I suppose
Halloween
it's second
things.
now.
One of my kids is planning a trip to Portland for the big Halloween haunty thing in Portland.
That'd
She's
be fun.
getting on a plane with her husband and flying to Portland for Halloween. And the other daughter was going to come join with her fiance, her boyfriend, but they can't do it. But anyway, they do Halloween. It just gives me a fucking headache.
Well, then I'll hear the story. This will continue with the headache. Even though it's not a Halloween story because this is was made in August. So
okay.
But anyways, so if anyone pick it up, the New York Post reported my stepmother had a heart attack on our kitchen floor in the middle of an electrical storm. The poster explained, and her soul was transferred into the computer unit of our smart fridge. Oh, it's a haunted smart fridge, dudes.
Oh, dudes. Whoa, dog.
I did not catch that my first reading of it.
Oh, bring it. Okay.
That is so cool. All right. I didn't realize. I thought it was your old fashioned, the fridge I got. You just open the door, open thing, not the smart stuff.
Oh, geez. The theme continues.
Oh, man. The owner how many slices of cheese I've eaten or whether I've properly put the lid back on something. She has to go. In an even odder twist, however, the attached phone number rings not to an individual, but to a kitchen showroom.
Oh, that's a glitch in the matrix, y'all. Yeah, isn't that funny? I'll bet it, with the smart appliances and all the smart shit. Oh God, Alexa, I will never have Alexa. Because that shit listens to you.
Yeah. It's
what
AI.
a great story.
I can just imagine I'm going, oh, if my friend was haunted, are you sure you really need that can of soda right now? Do you really need that beer?
Oh, guilt
no, but I'm
tripping.
gonna take it anyways.
Have you weighed yourself today?
That's gonna go right to your ass. That's gonna go right to your ass.
Yeah. Oh, boy, don't tell me what to do. You're not my mom. You're not my real
well,
mom.
In that case, it was his mom. In this case, it was his mom.
It was. I forgot that important part.
It would be my mom, but it would be his mom.
That's so funny. Oh, that's great. That's great. Okay, so we've got 20 minutes left. I want to do a hard stop at an hour because Dragnaut the Bully is going to have a special. You guys, I haven't kept up. The last I heard, Dragnaut the Bully was going to have G-Man on.
Oh shit!
As a guest,
that could be entertaining.
I know. I'm hoping it's still going on. I hope it's still taking place, you guys. After our show, maybe we'll end a little bit early, so that you can go pee, get a snack, whatever you're going to do, and watch as G-Man spills the tea on somebody Chris knows.
Interesting.
Yeah. So
Could be interesting.
I know. Boy, I can't help myself.
I bet a lot of people chomping at the bits.
I feel like poor white trash. I eat this stuff up. Okay.
On daytime TV. You gotta get this on daytime TV. I think people would be pumped on this.
Jerry Springer.
They're saying Jerry who after just one season of what they see online of the Jerry who?
Oh, I know this ain't Jerry wasn't nothing compared to what we got out here that's available to us, y'all.
They would need like 3 Steve-O's, or not Steve-O's, what's his name? They need like 3 Steves to keep ordering that bitch.
Okay, so one of the henchmen from Jerry Springer now has his own show, right? Steve Wilkos.
Yeah, that's it. Steve. That's it. Yeah, Steve. Yeah, that guy.
Steve Wilkos. Yeah, so he has his own, and yay him. That's Enterprise. Well, he was a popular guy because he muscled those crazy people on stage. He would like pick them up.
Oh yeah, I know. He was the beast. He need like 3 of them to handle what we throw down.
Yeah, can you tell we've watched Jerry Springer, you guys? I'm so ashamed.
No, I'm not. that is just prime entertainment. It is just base prime entertainment.
And Maury, the results say you are the father.
That show gets me every time. And every time I tone out, I'm like, oh, is it going to be the dad? I knew it.
Maury Povich has this tacky ass show. I mean, it appeals to the lowest segment of our interest. But he married Connie Chung, a really classy, dignified, sophisticated newscaster. Connie Chung. Big deal. So I can't imagine. But then I think of Anne Bancroft was married to the guy who did History of the World Part 2.
Mel Brooks.
Mel Brooks, this little squishy, brilliant, funny guy, was married to Anne Bancroft, that classic actress. And then you had Anne Mira and Jerry Stiller. Those, hey, you can't figure out marriages,
No.
It works for them. Okay, moving along. Are you ready for my final offering?
Brace myself.
Okay, you guys, here's what I brought to the table. The real, and I did not know that you could do this. I didn't know this was a thing, but I understand why it might be a thing because I've seen things. You guys, I worked in the medical field for 20 years and I've seen things, but I didn't know there was a thing to address this thing. Okay, here's what it is. It's called intimate lightening.
Intimate lightning?
Intimate lightening. Okay. I only in the last several years found out about Brazilian waxing. Okay. Intimate lightening. Here's what it is, y'all. Do you suffer from darkened areas of your anatomy? Perhaps you're a Zoftig woman who has maybe folds and you're of a certain age and you sweat and there's thighs rubbing together and there's stuff going on. Okay, your skin darkens. Okay, in your private areas. Sorry, you guys, I'm just jumping right into this. Okay. If you're unhappy with the color tone of your lady parts, you can have them lightened. Okay. You can have them lightened. You can't do it in just one treatment. However, you might need 3 to 6 of these treatments where some dude is, I'm looking at, there's one here in California where I am, where this dude gets to look at your parts all sprawled out. I'm always suspicious of those guys who want to go into that kind of business, Anyway, so excuse me, if your parts are darker than you would like, perhaps youth has fled. And they say because of clothing and, your parts will darken. So if you've got lady parts that are a little, not the tone you prefer, you can have it lightened. Okay. Also, if you have armpits, are your armpits not the color tone that you want them to be, friends? Is it dark? I wish I had thought to get some screenshots of these advertisements, but yeah, okay. This showed up on my first page of my news feed when I went on yesterday, and it says, now you too can have intimate lightening. And what? Intimate lightening? Okay, so what it is, if your cooch is brown and you want it lighter, get this bleach stuff put on 6 times. Okay. If under your booblas, if you have boobs that fold over, and who doesn't? These days I do. Sometimes the color changes up under there. I can't see mine unless I look in a mirror. But yeah, you can have your under boobs lightened. You can have your armpits lightened. They even go so far as to talk about your anus. Is your anus too dark? Do you not like the color of your anus? You too can have a bright, lightened, sparkly, lighter anus. And your question might be, are the ingredients and procedures safe? Well, they're not. They're going to lie about it probably.
Probably, I would.
Is intimate lightening for me? You can get your upper lip done, you guys. If you have it, you want your upper lip done, they'll do it. Okay, so yeah, Los Angeles intimate lightening, 3 to 6 treatments. Okay, your skin will become 1 to 2 shades lighter after the first treatments. I don't know how they gauge shades. Do they have a color chart?
They must have a color chart, or they just say it worked, and you're just like, oh yeah, it worked.
When I go to get my hair colored or my nails done, they have color charts. I would think they would give you a color chart for your cooch.
Yeah. What are we talking about? Like 1 shade lighter? Or are we talking like 10 shades?
It all depends on the dark places. I think it depends on how dark. I'm looking at armpits. God, I've never seen anybody with a brown armpit.
I haven't either.
I'm looking at sorry, you guys, I'm not showing this, but there are before and after photos of, and I've never seen a brown armpit. I gotta confess, I've seen a lot in my life. Okay, so I'm gonna put it in the chat. If you guys want to look at what I'm looking at. Okay, so paste. Okay.
And how much does this procedure cost?
Oh shoot, I can't post that link because it's too many characters. Oh, you fucker. Okay, cut. Okay, I'm looking at the cost. What is the cost?
I think that's what we're all wondering. We're all probably everyone's booking tickets to LA as we speak to get this done. So
can hardly wait to find out how much this is going to set you back.
I'm ready to go. Like let's do this.
Your anus lightened.
Exactly. Let's make this happen.
Yeah. Okay. So what is the end? Okay. Okay. I'm looking for the cost. I
can't be the only one wondering. I can't be the only one who wants to know.
Oh, Oh, you guys, they even have a fucking podcast. They have a podcast. The guy who does the intimate lightning. Damn. They've done over 5,000.
I'm sold.
Nobody asks the question, how much the fuck does it cost? It's on Wilshire Boulevard. Of course it is.
Well,
they can't do it in Duluth, I'm sure.
Well, that's fine. That's it. All of us in Duluth are buying tickets now. We're right out of here, man. I gotta be back. I gotta be back by 8:00 tomorrow morning. I think I can make this happen.
Oh, okay. If you do a quick turnaround, take the red eyes.
Yep, I got this. We got time. And you know prices. Come on.
I know. Okay, Women's Health and Beyond with Dr. David Gosland, and he wants to bleach your cooch.
Well, how dare he? How dare he define gender going anyways?
Yeah, go. No, male genitalia. If you're okay, that's another feature. If your male genitalia is too dark for your liking, you can have that bleached. They do not exclude you gents.
I was a little nervous.
If you want your perineum a bright pink color, they'll do that for you. If you want, your back door, nice dewy pink, maybe even your other those homely parts, the parts that aren't pretty there, that you guys carry.
You can always use a little more color down there. Yeah, I always use a little more color down there. I think that's a big takeaway.
Okay, so there you have it, you guys.
Bravo.
Oh, Renee, Miss Jonocide. Hey. Hi, Renee. Yeah, of course it's on Wilshire. Well, the Wilshire district. Put a business there because that's where all the money people are. Wilshire district. Of course he's there. Get that. Okay. Hi, Eileen Ebony. We're winding up here because you guys. Dragnut Silvas is. I'm hoping. Okay. My bad if I didn't keep up. Last time I heard, Dragnut Silvas was going to interview G-Man in about 5 minutes. So we're going to close out. I'm going to play out with McGruff, and then I'm going to go over to Drags. Chris, what a good sport you are. Thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.
You are so awesome. Isn't it nice being had?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Anytime.
Thank you. Yeah, let's do this again. And please keep me posted, everybody posted on what's going to go on with your stream when you decide you're ready to do something.
I will, definitely. You got to be the first to know.
Okay, thanks, dear. And you guys, all the people in the chat, thank you for being here. Did anybody else? Cody's Place. Hi, Cody's Place. Thank you. If I missed anybody, I'm sorry, but hey, I got to do this. We are having a hard stop because of drag. Boy, I better not be wrong. Okay, you guys, take good care. Thanks, Chris.
Thank you. You have a good night.
You as well, sweetheart. Thanks. Bye.
Bye.
Learn a lesson so true. There's danger in inhalants. They can break you in two. So never sniff inhalants. Breathing them is really no thrill. Don't you know inhalants really can kill?
Don't do inhalants.
You'll be suffering pain.
Don't do inhalants.
They will damage your brain.
Don't do inhalants.
'Cause it's really insane.
More kids say no.
'Cause inhalants kill. Learn a lesson so true. There's danger in inhalants. They can break you in two. So never sniff inhalants. Breathing them be suffering pain.
Don't you inhale it.
They will damage your brain,
Don't you inhale it.
'cause it's really insane.
More kids say no.
'Cause inhalants kill. Just because something is safe to use one way doesn't mean it's safe to use another way. Cleaners, sprays, and other household chemicals can become deadly poisons when inhaled. Don't ever try it. Just say no to inhalants. Breathing them is really no thrill. Don't you know inhalants really can kill?
Don't you inhale it.
You'll be suffering pain.
Don't you inhale it.
They will damage your brain,
Don't you inhale it.
'cause it's really insane.
More kids say no.
'Cause inhalants kill.
Don't you inhale it.
You'll be suffering pain.